Zoe'S Puzzle.
"There's no point, Scruffy,"
Zoe said.
"This last piece does not fit. It has a completely different shape and wrong color. It should be red, not purple."
Zoe said, disappointed, since she was trying for a long time to complete her puzzle. Zoe put the piece of puzzle in the pocket of her pajama and jumped on her bed.
"What a pity,"
she thought while she was falling asleep.
"How I wished it could fit."
And while Zoe and Scruffy were deeply asleep, something very strange happened.
"Hey, Scruffy, look, the bed is moving. Look, we are flying."
And literally, they were flying high amongst the stars.
"Oh, I hope this bed knows where it is going. I would hate it to get lost up here."
They were flying in great speed, going deeper and deeper into space, dazzled by all the strange things floating around them.
"My friends will never believe this,"
Zoe said. And Scruffy was so taken away by the scenery that he could not even bark. When suddenly, crack! And the bed landed not so gently on an unknown planet.
"What a weird planet this is,"
Zoe said.
"I don't believe there are any people on it."
And so they wandered a while on this strange and alien land, which seemed to be uninhabited. To their great surprise, they saw someone in the distance.
"Look, Scruffy, someone is there. Let's go ask him where we are."
"You are on the moon,"
the man said.
"And I am the moon guard, taking care of everything. Every time a star falls, there is a crater and plenty of dust, and I need to clean up. There is always so much work to do around here."
"We can help you,"
Zoe said, and grabbed a broom along with Scruffy and started swiping around the craters of the fallen stars. Once they were done, the man on the moon thanked them and told them,
"Now come with me."
They roamed on the bumpy ground, and after a while they arrived at the moon guard's house. Zoe's feet were so cold. Oh, how she wished she had her slippers on.
"It is a little bit messy in here," the man said, "but it is cozy and warm."
The moon guard introduced them to his nephew, a boy the same age with Zoe, with bright white hair.
"This is Zed, my nephew,"
the moon guard said.
"He helps me keep the moon safe and clean."
The two children smiled at each other and became friends. The man's house was very welcoming.
"Now make yourself at home while I go put the teapot on stove."
Zed spent time with Zoe and Scruffy, talking to them about his life on the moon. And Zoe told Zed everything he needed to know about life on Earth. She told him about her friends, her neighborhood, her home, and school. The two children were having so much fun together, listening to the moon guard singing in the kitchen.
"Zed," the man called, "come and help me with the teapot and the cups."
And Zed ran into the kitchen to help his uncle. Zoe and Scruffy were left alone in the living room. On the tea table, there was an incomplete puzzle.
Look, Scruffy, a puzzle! Let's complete this! Oh, this is so strange,
Zoe said.
It needs only one purple puzzle piece to be completed, and the only piece left is this red one. Wait a minute!
Zoe's face lit up. She reached in her pocket and took out the purple piece of her puzzle back home.
Scruffy, look! It fits! My piece fits perfectly to this puzzle right here.
At that moment, Zed and his uncle walked in the living room holding cups of steamy tea. Zoe showed them the complete puzzle.
Amazing!
The moon guard exclaimed.
Unbelievable,
Zed added.
I have been trying to complete this puzzle for so long. Thank you so much,
Zed said, and all together drank their tea and had the best time laughing and dancing. The night was going by fast, and Zoe had so much fun that she almost forgot about home. But then she suddenly remembered.
You are so kind, and I'm having so much fun. I would love to stay longer, but I think it's time for us to get back home. The thing is that I do not know how.
You do not need to worry about that. You leave that to me,
the moon guard said.
I may have exactly what we need sitting in my garage. Right, Zed?
That's right, Zed replied.
This spaceship has been sitting here for years, and it is older than me, but I will make it work in no time. Watch and you'll see.
And so the men started repairing the spaceship while the rest of them were watching him. When the repair was done, he brought some long ropes and started tying Zoe's bed to the spaceship.
Right, this is it. Let us make sure now that the bed is tied firmly.
Everything seemed to be ready, so Zoe said goodbye to her new friend and jumped on her bed with Scruffy.
When I say ready, you hold on tight, all right?
The man shouted. Zoe was convinced that this old machine would not start. But suddenly, the spaceship took off, making all these weird sounds like it was ready to explode.
Come back someday,
Zed yelled.
I will,
Zoe yelled back. And just like that, the spaceship started sliding on the ground, dragging along the bed, Zoe and Scruffy, and then took off in the midnight sky. Everything seemed to be going according to plan, till one moment, deep in space, the ropes snapped.
Hey! Hold on! Wait!
Zoe yelled. But the men in the spaceship could not hear them. The bed was left there, floating in the middle of space.
We are lost now, Scruffy, and I am so cold,
Zoe said with a trembling voice. They were wandering hopeless amongst the stars.
We will never return to our home,
Zoe thought.
And I am so tired.
Within a few moments, she had fallen asleep with Scruffy in her arms. And when she woke up, she couldn't believe her eyes. She was in her home, in her room, and it was morning.
Oh my, Scruffy! I had the weirdest dream last night. We were traveling with our bed and...
Zoe suddenly stopped. She reached inside her pocket and took out the piece of the puzzle. It was red and fitted exactly as it should in her puzzle.
It wasn't a dream after all, wasn't it, Scruffy? And you were there with me.
Zoe asked her parents for a telescope as a Christmas present that year. And when she had it set up in her room, she looked at the moon nostalgically. And guess what she saw? Every year that passed, Zoe, whenever she looked, she saw the same image. Every year, every time, and this lasted a lifetime.